Okay, so I've been having some weird shit going on right now. My recording shit is not liking me at all. Alright, let's see. Heavy armed transport. I should just say frigate. Okay, are you going to load or are you just going to sit there? There we go. And the beauty, or the beast, whichever way you want to look at it, is nearly complete. I have gravity on this thing, but it's from a ship, my capital ship above. Kind of got a hidden entrance there, so not just anybody can waltz in there as they please. So as you can hopefully, come on. Why is this doing this? I don't understand. I'm not 100% sure. Why this is not working. Oh, there it finally goes. Jesus, took long enough. Why this is not working. Alright, sweet. Oh, there it finally goes. Jesus, took long enough. Alright. Alright, as you can see, there are 6 missiles there. And then has 24 gats. Alright, as you can see, there are 6 missiles kind of, and then has 24 gats. Alright, as you can see, there are 6 missiles kind of. That's going to get annoying. Alright, there we go. Alright. So, I'm not yet done. There's going to be 16 large containers, which most of them are right here in the front, which for heavy mining operations. These sorters are that point down. There's 2 of them, are just to get rid of stone, so miners can just drop off at any one of these right here that go up, and then these right here will just sort out all of the stone, because stone is basically useless unless you have to build reactor components. In that sense, you need gravel. And I haven't yet done a drag test on it. Kind of like, I guess, a flight test. But I believe this thing is actually faster than my capital ship up there. I tried it out, I just flew it, but I didn't actually race it. But then again, it's not complete, so it weighs a little bit less. That capital ship up there weighs around 9 million kilograms. And, oh, there we go. And this one, let's see. This one, oh man, I'll have to convert the ship, weighs 3 million. So even though the size of it is pretty much larger, I think is what makes it a lot less weight is the fact that I am using hydrogen engines instead of the all of those ion engines, because those ion engines weigh a ton. So, and as you can see, here's the control center, or the bridge, and it sits up on the top. Has glass, and then the protective windows, angled windows to protect the glass, and kind of act as a blast shield just in case you get into a sticky situation with another player. Which, funny I say that, because we had a instance this weekend, I think it was Saturday, where Cheddar over here ended up getting into a small space battle with another player, and they exchanged fire and stuff. And so I brought my. He ended up grinding down his med bay and hacking it to where it was owned by him at that point. So he wasn't able to spawn in. So he told whenever I got on, he told me to go and start getting it on. And if you don't know, on most survival servers, you can use a command in the chat called grid list, I think it is, something like that, and it will list all the grids that you own or have blocks that you own on it. So we kept it moving, and then whenever I got in this ship here and jumped over to them, and I hooked it up to the connector, and we flew away from the point and just grinded it down to nothing, except for the hollow skeleton of the steel blocks. So it was a pretty successful mission, and kind of one that was not really seen. We were thinking about putting a beacon on it, and then tracking it, and then having him like have a hidden beacon in there where it was off, but you could still track it in the grid list thing, and have it track back to his base. But my frigate wasn't anywhere near ready for like battle or anything, so we decided against it and just decided to scrap the entire thing. So we ended up just doing that. But it was pretty funny though. Alright, do I have any steel plates? I don't have very many, so I'm gonna need to go grab some. Great, I need to connect to one of those connectors over there. Actually, I need to connect to the one that he's on, so I can get steel plates to build the rest of them. I've already used like over 30,000 steel plates on that ship. And spin upside down because my connector's on the bottom of this thing, since it's supposed to connect to the top of the my capital ship over there. I put the connector on the bottom. So once he gets off, I'll get on it and. Alright. Oh shit, I lost my ship. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, so we're good, I almost thought we crashed. So I'm highly glad that I upgraded my RAM, because now I'm able to stream it and stream this. Because before I had 16 gigs of RAM, which is still quite a bit of RAM to have on your computer. But Space Engineers being so resource intensive it was very difficult to have a good frame rate and stream. As a matter of fact, it was almost nearly impossible. So, yeah, it wasn't tolerable. It was lagging a lot. So, and one of our faction members over here is building a fucking mobile base. I mean, look at the size of this shit. What the fuck? It's almost bigger than our actual station over there, and our station is really just bare bones. We haven't really worked on it at all, and we need to. I mean, we got this thing over here, the command center, which is all glass. It is legitimately all glass. And so yeah, it's kind of crazy. But I don't know how they were least block some glass. Because I didn't know you could actually do that. But yeah, it's the command center. The reason why this thing doesn't have very much, it has like no armament, and the command center is basically unprotected because it's just a bunch of glass. It's because this beast, or this bitch is going to be following it wherever it goes, and it's going to be following our fleet wherever it may go. So if we go on big mining excavations, trips, and stuff, this ship's going to go over there and guard it while everybody does their stuff. Because I mean, it has 24 Gatling turrets. I mean, could you not ask for any more? I mean, really? Who turned my turrets on? I mean, I don't have idle movement on, so why are the turrets aiming over here? Oh, okay, sweet, he moved. Now I can connect my ship up and get what I need. Alright. Let's see here. Alright, now lock it in place, and let's go into the inventory and see what all we can get. Alright. Let's see. Oh, there we go. 10,000. I'll probably need more, but you know what? For now, it will do. Arc fuel. I wish I had that a long time ago. Jesus. Alright, thruster components. I don't know how many I have, but why not just add it together? Small steel tubes. We'll definitely need as many of those as I can get. Ah, yes, ammo containers. I will definitely need ammo containers because I have only 103 there, but on my other ship I have a ton. So here's this. That definitely needed motors. Alright, and grids. Fill this thing back up with mats, materials. 28,000. Okay, so we're at almost 40,000 in steel plate. Oh, I'm going to need interior plates. Let's see, I only have 600. I'll have to find some others. Yeah, there we go. The one thing about these are, I'm okay with taking those because it's just like, we have so much iron, we could, like, look at this, we have 6 million kilograms of iron right there, just in one cargo container. And then, let's see, it's only 147, but I think that's the assembler. Yeah, that's the assembler, so it can't hold very much. Let's see, what else? How much more iron? Holy fuck, what is, oh, that's the stone stiffer, okay. What is happening? It's, oh god. Scroll back up. Oh gosh, it's almost trippy. Alright, let's get that. Got 30,000 there, 30, alright. Do I need much of anything else? Not that I can really tell. I'll go ahead and put more. Someone's jumping. Oh. Okay, so his miner, he's going to go, I guess, mine. Alright, I think I got everything I need. So let's unlock and let's have this thing slow down. Stop going sideways. My lights are off. There we go. Oh shit. You know what? I don't even care for those. I just dump them because they're basically useless to have. So let's do 200 and 200 and 200. I do those because those are the basis for almost all blocks, so you can place down every block 200 of each block if you wanted to. And let's go into the inventory here and get rid of all these tools, because you spawn with them all the time and they get really annoying and start filling up your storage. Then you have like 30,000 things of... Is this black or gray? It's gray. Okay, so I think it's 25. I think it's where I set it. I guess. Yeah, something like that. These blocks. I didn't put anything on the last two because they are too close to the engines here. So I kind of found it as a kind of like safety hazard, I guess you could say. Like if you accidentally rubbed the or didn't connect correctly, or you came in a little bit at a wrong angle, then you could fuck up the engines, and those engines takes a lot of parts. So I'm just like, I think I'll just stop it right there, so it gives it plenty of distance between them. Sure don't do that yet. Yeah, that's a lot of blocks. And start welding this shit. Oh shit. Okay, I didn't break it. I kind of went a little bit. No, stop. Good, and then fucking welders keep getting caught. Okay. Yeah, this thing doesn't have much armor. Battleship or something like that. Greatest asset in a battle. Because it doesn't weigh. They rockets can't actually keep up with you, so then you basically outrun them. Rockets do the most damage. So if you can avoid the rockets, then you're pretty much set on not having to worry about the Gatling turrets. Yeah, you would have to worry about Gatling turrets, but it wouldn't be nearly as bad, especially with the armament on this one. My God, that so many would probably take out all of their turrets. Since there are 24 of them here. 24 Gatling turrets and 6 rocket. I picked only 6 because yeah, I didn't want to go too overboard. And since there are block limits, I didn't want to have to. I want to like build another ship with better armor than this, and actually be like a battleship kind of idea. I did ask for the cheddar, the faction, not the faction leader, only kind of is, but asked him because I wanted to build a station. Because frankly, I thought the look at that station was ugly as shit. I'm sorry, but it really is. It's. And he said, I like the way the conveyors are all set up and all of that, it's just very ugly. And he's like, well, they have a purpose and all this. And I was like, you could have made it a little bit better though. I mean, but then again, it's not my station. So I'm just gonna be like, yeah, I just built this frigate, so that way it can transport stuff and it's a multi-role. Let's see, I think this is the part I need. Yes, it is. Our faction isn't very big because, yeah, we don't. The reason I really got accepted into the faction was because I came from the other server, Found Core, before it shut down. And Cheddar and the dude that was actually in my faction and not Cheddar's, I guess him and Cheddar are friends or something or another, so I was I guess trusted enough to do it, to be allowed to join in, which I'm glad, because it's hard to get in factions. It really is. Well, if you don't have much time played on the game and you try to join factions on survival, it is extremely difficult for you. Just saying, for those of you that want to get into survival servers, it can get pretty damn difficult. I mean, let's see, I have over 741 hours of playtime in Space Engineers, which to Cheddar is actually, he's right behind me at 600, so I'm technically a veteran over him. So yeah, basically you want to know what you're doing if you want to join a faction, and you have to, especially like with our faction, since we have a lot of, I guess, like high-ranking people in it, it's even more difficult because you have to have certain qualifications and stuff that we look for. And if God, that is loud. Hold up. No problem. I need to tone down the sound volume. Jesus. Alright. Faction in the game, they join yours and then make a GPS port of your station, and then they leave your faction out of nowhere when you're not there, and then whenever you're not there to your station, they'll send their whatever faction they were in previously, and like all of their fleet over and basically loot everything you have on your station and so that's another reason why everyone's kind of weary on survival servers of gaining new people and stuff, because there's been there's kind of quite a bit of that goes around. So we don't really find too many people, but when you do, if it's like our faction here, where we have quite a few ships in our fleet and a whole bunch of materials and stuff, it would be kind of hard to attack us. Now that this behemoth is done, well, not completely done. I have to get the front done here, and then well, actually it is done after that. Just have to put ammo in it, and that's about it. She's ready to go on her maiden voyage. Oh fuck, I forgot to change my controls. Alright, so that's gonna be a bitch. Alright. I used to be that person that always went for a utilitarian kind of thing, where the ship, if it's ugly, and I didn't really give too many fucks because it was supposed to be used for like cargo vessel or whatnot. But now, since I've played it a lot more, I've gotten to the point to where I'm just like, I would like to create, if I'm going to create a ship, and even in survival and stuff like this, I'm going to make it not only look good, but I'm going to make it a little bit of both. It's kind of a good balance between it. Alright. I think this is the one I need. No, wrong way. There we go. Well, first I need to put these here. Yeah. I mean, this ship, I mean, design-wise, it's mostly, since it is kind of meant for battling and protection, it is more streamlined. Whenever I asked one of my faction members what they think, and it was like it was very thin, and I was like, it's that way on purpose. Because if I'm coming at you from head on, you're going to get a shit ton of Gatling fire and then missile fire, and you have very small hitbox here, or surface area on the side here to hit, and so it makes it quite a bit easier for you to miss shots. Now with that, if you manage to get on top like this, you have a ton of surface area. So I mean, it's good and bad. I tried to balance it out, but as best as I could. And right here's the cockpit, as you can see inside, which is very protected, as you can see. And from a distance, as you can see, the render distance is set to a certain degree. So after a certain distance like this, you don't even think those are windows, and so you just think they're actual blocks. But once you get up close, they are windows. So it kind of throws enemies off and stuff. And so you're like, where's the command center at? Which normally you could probably tell. It'd be like, oh, that's probably it, since it's sticking up a little bit more than everywhere else in the ship. But, you know. And then my hidden entranceway, so yeah. And then I made this so you can check on the reactors in case they are damaged, which I have 4 large reactors. I was going to put arc reactors in there, but I didn't have. I kind of exchanged them out because you need arc fuel, and arc fuel is really hard to make because you need a lot of, I think, magnesium and something else. Hang on. Oh shit! I don't have any assemblers on this because this is just meant for cargo and defense. refinery. Production. Let's see, magnesium and uranium. And you would need a ton of both of those to make enough arc fuel to really get you anywhere. Alright, where's my loading ship? Instead I just grab my loading ship and do this way because it makes it a lot easier. And since these are more in a smaller area and more intricate, I'm going to do this. Because I've already accidentally crashed the front engine here. I accidentally broke one of the cargo containers and one of the thrusters, the large hydrogen thruster. I ended up breaking one because I was trying to do something a little bit too intricate for that big old welder, and so I ended up breaking it and then having to rebuild the both the cargo container and the thruster, which those thrusters take a lot of shit. I mean, look at this, 250 metal grids. I mean, it takes quite a bit, especially with metal grids. Those, if you don't have very high, if you're not very far into the game, metal grids will be very hard to get or make because they require quite a bit of materials to make to begin with. So, let's, crap, a little bit of lag. Please don't crash. Okay, there we go. Sometimes whenever it lags like that, I have been like chucked almost like 2 kilometers out away from the actual station or where I'm building. Now I have to fly back. I've had that happen and it gets very annoying. Alright, so this. And it really is just like a glitch, I guess you could, because of the lag. It's, even though you weren't going that fast, it still throws you all the way over there and you're like, what the shit? Especially when it throws you halfway across and then makes you land, and then lands you right into one of your ships so you die. Yeah, I've had that happen. And then all of whatever you had in your come on, what? Oh yeah, it's right here. Oops. And whatever you had in your inventory on you at the time, you lose it. Well, you don't lose it. Technically, you lose it all because if you can't catch up to your body, because by the time you respawn and then try to catch up to your body, most likely your body is going to be long gone. And so then you lose everything that was in your inventory, which, if you're like me, you have like 1,200 steel plates, and if you're not very high level here, that can get costly if that happens multiple times, because essentially you're just wasting a shit ton of materials by dying like that. Which I've only had it happen twice, or maybe more, where I've done that. So, and I did like three of those times were like on my last stream, because the lag kept on getting so bad to where I couldn't really tell when I needed to slow down, so then I got really fucked over. And fucked up at the same time. No. And then you get to this point where you can't quite, there we go, figure out which way the blocks go. So another hint, kind of, build your ships in a lighter color. Because if you go with straight black, it becomes really, like with these pieces like this where you have just that little bit of difference right there, it becomes almost impossible to see, and then you're sitting there playing a guessing game at that point. And it's, yeah, so start out with like a light ship or a light color, and then once you're done with building the ship, you can go and paint it all, whatever color you want. And if it's black, then you can, and you don't have to worry about building or any of that. So. And I think she is done. I think that is it. And now it's time to take her on a nice little test fly here. Let me make sure how much ice do I have? I have 1K in there. Oh, please tell me I have more than 1K, because that's not much. No, no, damn. Alright, so I'm going to have to be conservative with my test flight, because 1K... I do have 2 hydrogen tanks, which let me make sure those are all of the way up. Hydrogen tank. 100% and 100%. Alright, so that's good. Alright, going up to the command. Bridge. Which the bridge is the only place that has lights right now. But, you know. Alright, let's go turn it in. Oh, hold up. Before I do that, I need to set some grouping here. Thrusters. Double block on and off. Turrets. On and off. Jump drive. Where's my jump drive? I have 2 of them on this ship. So I can jump pretty fucking far if I really need to. And since this doesn't weigh that much, it can go the distance. I don't believe I need anything else. Alright, so let's turn everything on. Watch all the engines start lighting up. Yep, there we go. She's a behemoth of a frigate. Oh, shit, I need to convert to ship. As you can see, like, the speed is, the acceleration, I'm already at 100 meters per second, and yeah. So she is fast. But I like that design. Because I want to see which one, if this is the new fastest ship in our fleet. Alright, there we go. Yeah, only the owner, another weird thing is only the owner can convert it from station to ship. So if your friend's on here, he can't convert it, even if he is a faction member or a friend or whatnot. So oh shit. Now the only thing I have to say is probably the reverse is probably going to be a lot slower, since that one has the equal amount of thrusters and this does not. It has some hidden reverse thrusters inside, so in case the two front ones there get destroyed, it's not going to be totally out of the ball game. Oh god, lag. What are you doing? Oh dude, this thing just hauls ass. Damn, this thing is fast. Holy shit. So this is the new fastest ship in our fleet now. Man, and that ship was pretty fast. Goth? No, not goth, both. Yep, but this is the new frigate, and she is one dream machine. Not only for speed and all acceleration and stuff. Well, in Space Engineers, it's all capped at 100 meters per second, at least on this server. Some go faster, some go slower. But the acceleration is quite ridiculous. So, which hydro thrusters, they are slightly better. Just because they are not very fuel efficient though. That is one thing I have to say about it. Let's see. Where are my hydro tanks? Oh, I'm still at 100%? Shit. Well, question is, do I have any ice left? Okay. Still got quite a bit. Good. Alright, sweet. Alright, where's Mother? Okay, he's over there. Alright. Nice. Absolutely wonderful. How much does this weigh now that it's complete? can't spell today. God damn, I can't spell. What the shit is that? The shit. Like, what the hell? What the fuck is this? What the fuck? Dude, you have like no viewing yet. Why? Why would you make it? Why am I moving? It says I'm still moving. Come on, get it down to 5 meters per second. Come on, 1 meters, 0.1 meters per second. Come on. The gyros on this thing are insane. Alright. I think I'm good. I'm probably making my astronaut here puke in his suit. Spinning around like that. Oh god, lag, don't kill me, don't kill me. Oh shit. When lag happens and you're moving, it sometimes does not end well for you. Actually, most of the time it doesn't end well for you, so... Yeah, the roll on this thing ain't that great, but then again, it is quite a large ship. Ooh, I have ammo. I need to get ammo. I need to get the ammo out of my, capital ship, because I made a lot of ammo in my capital ship, so... Where the fuck did he put it? God damn, it's way out there. Alright. Oh, fuck. Okay, there we go. Thought I was going to smack into the side of the ship there for a second. Alright, let me bring this a little bit closer. Yeah, hydro engines weigh a lot less than ion, so that's why I think that ship is not heavier than this one. Alright, here we go. Just move this over to the side. So now we have a proper guardian of the fleet, and because as you can tell, the station doesn't have guns on it. That thing doesn't have guns on it. That thing has missile launchers, but it's a one-use thing only. That's a fighter, which it's a small ship, so it would, my ship would this ship right here would decimate that small fighter there in a split second, just due to the mass amount of turrets it has on it. So, yeah. Alright. The interior, yeah, it looks awful, but then again, it is more of a utility. The inside is for more utility than anything else, so. Excuse me. Had a burp there. Oh, don't crash. Collide my two ships together. Yeah, no. Okay, so this thing has a weird effect. Like, all those, like, weird lights that look like lights, those are the stairs. And since they have lights on them, it makes kind of a trippy effect here whenever you're sitting there. At a distance, you're like, woo. But yeah. And it lights up. Pretty cool, I think. Alright. Oh shit, already. Alright, let's get these two close. And then transfer ammo and all of that, which actually, some ammo is in my welding ship. So, alright, so let's see. 506 completed. I can only carry, okay, I'll dump everything I have. How much more? I can almost carry all of it. So now let's put this, oh, hold on. Before I do that, make sure all of my turrets are off. Okay, good. Because there's been a weird glitchy thing that's been going on where turrets like to shoot random shit that's it's not supposed to. So it kinda makes for a really bad day if that kind of stuff happens. Is it not going to auto transfer? Turrets. Use conveyor system on. Why is it not working the way I want it to? Gatling turret. No? Is it really not going to autofill? God damn it. That means I'm going to do it by hand. Or my inventory screen. God damn it. Here I thought this was about to be easy to do. Fucking hell. Of course not. Anytime you think something's going to be easy, it's going to be the opposite. Just be a pain in the royal pain in the ass. So I have like 1.2k in missile containers. So I've got a lot. And since this thing has 16 large containers, which this ship here has like 30, the capital ship, the reason it's so slim is because it has like 30 small containers, which just about equals up to the same amount that ship up there would equal, I think, an amount of storage. Not for sure if the ratio would be correct or not. Yeah, as you can see, I have a lot of missiles, which will be good because my rocket launchers will need them. They will probably eat through those missiles if we get in a battle. If we get in a battle, those missiles are probably all going to be gone. God damn. Only hold that much. Alright, whatever. Alright, missiles. Missiles for days. Yeah, so the reason why this one's discolored and not the same as this is because I kind of had my miner, it kind of wigged out and glitched out or whatnot, and ended up destroying both the merge block and the connector and some blocks around it. So I had to go in and rebuild it. I was just too lazy to put it back. Just color everything and put the lights back on and all that, and I just said, fuck it. It'll be for another day. Which, that other day has not come yet because I've not fixed it. Because I've been worried. I've been trying to build this behemoth here. Actually, it's really not really that big, to be honest. It's kind of like a medium size. In one of my previous videos, I have the Goliath battle cruiser. I made it in creative because I don't think it would be possibly legitimately able to be built in survival. I just don't see it being possible. Just because of, one, its sheer size, and, oh fuck, I don't want to do that. I'm going to do that, there we go. But, of all the parts it needed, and, I mean, it took me a good week, almost a week and a half to build the entire thing. And like, that was like sessions whenever I was on here for like 5 hours at a time trying to build the damn thing. And I gave up on it because I couldn't figure out what design I wanted to turn it into. The front of it, because I had the sides, but I didn't know if I wanted to have a single cockpit at the top or have the two sides have their own cockpits on each side. So then it just made it a whole lot longer to build because I kind of just stopped, and then I got the idea to put it on the top and make the center and all that, put a hanger in there and stuff like that. So it took a long time to build. But then again, it is a ridiculous amount of blocks. It's my second largest ship. I think it said it's almost around 16,000 blocks, I do believe. Which, hang on, I might actually be able to tell you right here. Details. No details? Are you just gonna lag? There we go. Yeah, 14,000 blocks. 14,512 blocks. That is the only other ship that's bigger than that is, shit, do I have it saved or am I gonna have to, is this it? It should be like 24,000 blocks. No, that's not it, that's only 9,000. That's small, I need large. 8183 possibly? No, that's my, I think solar ship. Yeah, that's my solar ship. Alright. No, that's my space MLRS system right here. 6. Is this it? Maybe. possibly. I need to name them. I need to load them all in and name them. Yep, that's it. Oh, I'm wrong. It's at 28,000 blocks. Alright, yeah, I'm a few thousand blocks off. 4,000 blocks to be exact. So this ship right here is not even a quarter of what the my largest creation is, and I've not tried it. I might try it since I got more RAM now, but previously I was unable to even remotely try to stream it because of its sheer size. Anytime if I were like to place a block or spawn any type of ship in, even like if it was, yeah, it was just so bad. It's so big that it just crashed my game so many times just because it was too big for it to, it was too resource intensive and too big for it to actually render everything in and stream at the same time. So yeah, shit, I only have 506, and I have 16 turrets. Alright, not 16, 24. Yeah, 24 Gatling turrets. Oh shit, maybe not. 29 Gatling turrets? No, I think 28, 27, 26. Okay, 15's missing. 11's missing. Okay, yeah. So yeah, 24. Well, you know what? So let's see. 4. I'm not very good at math. Well, multiplication. I'm not very good. I've been trying to self-teach myself that, and algebra is not a strong suit. Neither is multiplication. Well, that's what the basis of algebra is, and since I kind of never did that, well, my teachers taught it, but in a way that was, I did not understand it at all. So yeah, 24. So I was right. Okay, 24 Gatling turrets, and then 6. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm not as dumb as I think I am. So yeah, alright. Oh fuck, wrong button. Alright, what was it? Yeah, that's what I was doing. Going in here. God, didn't want to do that because I can't put them. Yeah. Alright, so let's start off with 50 each. I think that would still not be able to do it. Let's go with 30. And since for some reason the auto feature is not working correctly, I have to do this. The long, painstaking process of going through this. God damn it. Just gotta love it when shit doesn't work the way it needs to. Oh god, it's already 1:25. Jesus. Time flies. So many more to go. You know, I'm not even going to do this in the stream because it's just going to be too painful to. It's probably going to be too painful for. If it's painful for me to do it, it's probably painful to watch. So yeah. So, well, this is an accomplishment, small accomplishment, but an accomplishment nevertheless. And so yeah. Oh, please don't. No. Oh shit. I almost crashed into my poor little weld ship there. Actually, I think that weld ship would have done more damage to this ship than it would have than vice versa. So, yeah. Alright. So now that this is done, now our fleet has a proper protector. And I don't have them turrets on because, well, there's been that glitch that's been going on through here where turrets will randomly fire at even friendly. Sometimes when you load in, it will load in and say it's an enemy and show them as an enemy, and then your turrets are like, oh shit, it's an enemy. Let's shoot the shit out of it. And so, yeah. So I don't particularly want to destroy our station here due to that glitch and stuff, so. Alright, let's see here. So this is my capital ship. And it's been complete. Well, complete, and then one spot that kind of got destroyed, so then had to recomplete it. So yeah. Jump drives, jump. Alright. Oh, okay. That works. And jump in. Yeah. Looking at effects for this is awesome. Look at that. Looks so cool. Oh shit. Where am I at? There should be ships near me. Not seeing any ships. What the fuck? Oh. Wait. Okay, yeah, they're above me. Okay. Couldn't find the rest of our fleet over here. It's like shit. Alright, so it's up here. Yeah, because we have so many ships and a lot of them are large, like this one and my, well, for survival standards, these are pretty fucking large ships. And so, we have 2 waypoints, or 2 areas, one for completed ships and stuff, and we keep the uncompleted ones at the station, since that's where all the materials are and all the refineries and stuff like that. So, and that one's not complete, but we haven't transferred it over. Since there are no connectors on it on the outside, we cannot quite transfer them over to our other fleet. But there was a massive lag issue, and we would load in because we have so many ships in our fleet, and most of them are this size or larger, as you can see, that it became an issue to other people in the server. So, because the lag would get so bad for a good deal after we've loaded in. So we're just like, alright, we're going to split the ships up, and so we can get out of render distance, and then all of that, so we don't lag out the session and make other people in the server angry, because then that's when you get the admins on you, and that's never fun. Alright, let's see, respawn, suicide. Respawn at my armored ship, or my frigate. I need to rename it. Fuck, I forgot I don't have gravity. Alright. Let's see. Gravity armed transport to frigate. which I really don't know how to spell frigate. It's an odd word. Frigid. Frigidaire? No. Friggin' no. Not even my autocorrect can figure it out. Alright, if one of y'all could type it in the chat, that'd be awesome. Because my spelling is not on par right now. God damn it. You know what? Yeah, I'm typing it into my phone and trying to get the autocorrect to correct it for me. But it's not liking that. It keeps pulling up friggin'. So it's not helping me at all. I guess it's F-R-I-G-E-T? Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. You know what? You know what? Just go with armed transport for now until I figure out how the fuck to spell that. Alright, there we go. I feel special. I feel ultra special right there. So yeah. Now I need to find my way out of here. There we go. Alright. So yeah, that's this is the completed ship, and I'm happy I got it done now. Alright. Oh shit, lag, don't die. Okay, there we go. And I'm gonna jump this over to the rest of our fleet, so it's not, when we spawn in at the station, it's not gonna lag. I got the rest of the server. Alright, it's just easier to jump there, because it's 6 kilometers out, so... No, that's not fucking hell. No. I just do this. There we go. Select, there we go, and 3. Jump. Yeah. Oh god. Oh. Lag. Lag. Oh sweet Jesus, the lag. Oh, there we go. Alright. Warnings. Low sim speed, yeah. I can tell. Oh my god, the sun is bright as shit. Where are the rest of my... I do this every time I jump. Okay, it's up above me. God damn, the sim speed is so low right now. Oh, why is my mouse going away? What is happening? Oh god. Please clang. Do not start. Or if someone else is clanging. We already made our sacrifice to clang. We don't need to... We didn't do anything to piss him off, I don't think. The Lord and Savior of destruction in Space Engineers is Lord Clang. If you've never played Space Engineers, then you probably don't get that reference. If you go on any server in Space Engineers and you type in Lord Clang, you will get a huge response out of everyone there. Cause yeah, it's pretty funny. And surprisingly, even it's been a bug in the game since like day 1, I think. I mean, I've had this thing since it was an alpha, and So it's been in. I've had this game for a long time, and I've had Clang happen, and Clang, he is the destroyer of all ships, no matter how sized or armored. If Clang gets a hold of you, you are fucked. Alright, let's park this ship right underneath my capital ship here. Well, somewhat under it, I guess. So yeah. Alright, and so she doesn't go flying off anywhere. Let's convert to station. And shut off the engine so it's not using hydro, because hydro engines they are powerful, but they eat through ice like a motherfucker. If you have hydro engines on your ship, you better have an absolute ton of reserve of ice, because they just eat through it, especially like the large ones over there. Since I have so many large ones on there, it gets quite ridiculous. Oh yeah, I forgot I have gravity. The ship has a gravity generator, and I totally forgot about that. Alright, let's convert this to ship. Oh, I mean convert to station, shit. And ion engines, they just run on your nuclear power, or your reactors, so it's not a big deal. Got a lot of lights here. So, alright. Close all the doors. Don't want any unnecessary visitors. Oh, well, I just locked myself in. Oops. There we go. Alright, so there's my capital ship, my frigate. I think those are the Dauntless, I do believe. Yeah, Dauntless, which is one of my faction members' ships, and that's his other ship that he's currently working on, which is, like a lot of our ships, just absolutely massive and unnecessary. But when you have the resources and have miner like this that can just strip mine the shit out of an asteroid, I mean, like, look at this hole. Look at this massive hole we've created in this thing. We've just strip mined the shit out of it. And that's what this thing is going to be for too, is that it's going to unload into that, and you could possibly just have it empty out all the stone and stuff, and you could just completely mine and absolutely remove an asteroid off the server, just from mining and dumping all the resources into a ship like this, and then taking this ship over to the station, which is, well, it's out of render range, so, and then you take it to the station, drop all of the ore off, and have it refined and all of that good stuff. So, but yeah, we have like 3 or 4 of those kind of miners. My lights are still on. Okay, but yeah, and I think that's about it. Oh, there's you can barely see the outline, but it's over there. We split them up on that. This was actually the original spot the station was in, but due to players in the server complaining about lag when one of us spawned in, we were like, yeah, we might want to separate all of our ships, our fleet, and our station, since, yeah, it created quite a bit of lag. I mean, look at the size of the ships. I mean, that would definitely create lag. Oh, and speaking of the devil. So yeah, let's see, split the station. And I'm just following because my gravity generators are still on. Station, there we go. Alright. So yeah, and then we have this massive behemoth getting built by one of our faction members. Yeah, we've just gone overkill on all of our ships. So, well, this will be the end of this video, since it is 1:40 and it's almost a 2-hour long video, or stream. So, so yeah, this will be it, and I will be streaming Wednesday. Oh, I'm just going back to my original schedule: Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at around the same time of 12:15 to 12:30, somewhere around there. And so, can your rig handle planets? Actually, the Dauntless and since my frigate only weighs around 3 million kilograms, which is 3 tons, since it only weighs about that much and has all those upward thrusters, even though they are small thrusters, I think it weighs just little enough to where it would be able to go into atmosphere. I haven't tried it, and where's the planet? Yeah, there's Mars over there. One of the new ice planets, and fuck lag, god damn it. There's one of the ice planets and stuff over there. I haven't seen Earth. It should be in this. I think it's a solar system. Or maybe I'm out of render range for Earth. Maybe that's it way the fuck over there, the big ass thing over there. But we do regular mining missions to Mars because that's where thorium is, and thorium creates supercomputers and all that, and so we do regular missions to there. But I have not tested it, which I don't know if it would be able to handle atmosphere. I'll have to test that out. If it starts dropping, I'm gonna just maybe going straight up and down. It might. I don't know if the small thrusters would be able to hold it up into the atmosphere. It might and it might not. But I know I think it has 5 or 6 large thrusters on the rear that would definitely be able to hold it there if it was vertical to the center, or to the gravity field. So I think it would definitely work if it was vertical. If it was horizontal against gravity, I'm not 100% sure that the small hydrogen thrusters, even though there are quite a few on it, I don't think it would be able to support it. And I still don't understand why my friend made this. It's a one-time use, and I guess you're supposed to launch all the missiles and just ram the ship, but it has turrets and stuff, and I just find it a waste of materials, really. But it's his ship, and I'm not going to say too much about it. So yeah, well, it's almost fucking 2 o'clock. I need to get some sleep before for tomorrow. So I'll see y'all Wednesday, and good night or good morning wherever you are, and I'll see y'all later.